I recently read a book called Willpower Doesn't Work. In fact, it was so profound to me, I bought it for all my clients as a Christmas gift last Christmas. A big shout out to Steve Wingard, who recommended that I read the book. Love the book. Thanks, Steve. But in the book, written by a guy named Benjamin Hardy, he talks about the importance of understanding that our environment affects our output. Keep watching this video, and I'm going to teach you how it does and what we can do about it. Hi, my name is Shawn Sommerkamp, and this is Motivationeer Christian Coaching. I post 2 videos a week, so please like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you can be reminded when I do. Please also consider becoming a member at Motivationeer.com. Your membership really supports this channel. Thank you. So I don't know all the background of this author, Benjamin Hardy, but I do recommend that you read the book, Willpower Doesn't Work. From what I understand, he's like an environmental design engineer, where he really looks at the psychology behind how our literal physical workspace can affect our thinking and our mode. Now, we understand this easily enough when we look at food in our fridge. If we don't have good, healthy food there, we're going to eat it, and we're not going to be able to resist it. Willpower isn't going to work for us if it's there. Same thing with our environment. So going way back to my childhood, one of my best friends of all times, we've stayed in touch all these years. At some point when I went into the military, he went into the Marine Corps, got out after a few years, and began working on the Los Angeles Police Department, the police force. And they were trained on something that kind of always stuck with me when he shared this with me 2 decades ago or longer, maybe 3. He said when police officers arrive to the scene of a domestic disturbance, let's say, the first thing they're taught to do is to look at the environment, the way that the people are living, how much clutter and mess and disarray it is. As he was taught, and I totally agree, if there's a lot of it, it's going to say something maybe about the capacity of the people that they're dealing with. Maybe diminished capacity. And I don't mean in the moment, but I mean in general in life. This is exactly what I talked about in my video, Why I Make My Bed Every Morning. I lived like a slob for years, and I was living like that while actively drinking. And then when I first got sober, my buddy Mark, my sponsor, Mark Gregorich, miss you, Mark, love you, man, told me, hey, make your bed every day if you want to stay sober. I didn't get it at the time. Well, fast forward all these years later and decades of experience and teaching other people and coaching them, the same is true now when I read this book, Willpower Doesn't Work. When I look at my work environment physically, I know what I need to do to make sure I'm not wasting a lot of energy dealing with my environment. So I keep a very clean and neat desktop, literal desktop, all the stuff around my computer and on my monitors and mouse. I don't have trash around. I don't have lots of paper. Everything's digital for me, mostly everything, except for a couple of little tiny notes. But that also means my filing system at work. Because I get involved in so many complex things over the course of my career, I learned very early the importance of having a great filing system digitally, by date or words or grouping. I let software do its work as well, like in my Outlook email system. Outlook has a search feature that now doesn't require me to spend hours and hours of time creating an environment of folder filing systems inside Outlook. I save that for my actual documentation. When I served in the United States Navy, back when I first got my first duty assignment on the USS Kamehameha, a boomer ballistic missile submarine, I took over the engineering department's material maintenance management system, meaning all of the publications required to guide us step by step to maintain the thousands of pieces of equipment that we had in the engine room. What I realized immediately is if I didn't figure out a way of making that system easy for the rest of the engineering department to navigate, it would put a huge burden on us when it came time to do all the maintenance items. So I did a little bit of research on the Dewey Decimal System and created that for all of our books. all of our manuals, all of our maintenance manuals. That made our environment much better to manage in that engine room. Doing today what I do with all of my clients, taking copious notes, I have a very solid filing system digitally for all of my content because my environment will affect my output. If I spend too much time searching for things, searching for files, searching for information, it's going to really kill my momentum. If I come to a workspace where I can't find anything tangibly, I've got tons of video equipment, lighting and sound equipment. I keep all of that organized as well. When I don't, I realize it is going to greatly inhibit my productivity. If you're one of those people that are so brilliant in that right hemisphere that you keep a super dirty workspace, lots and lots of color, you have, not color, lots of clutter, you have a piling system instead of a filing system, I'm asking you, please consider spending a little bit of time each day, maybe 10 minutes, figuring out a way to clean it up. It's going to make you way more productive. I think your genius and your creativity has gotten you this far. But if you really want to accelerate your growth, understand that our environment does affect our output. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe for 2 new videos each week. Tell me in the comments below about your career situation and I'll make a video for you with a shout out. You can also become a member at Motivationeer.com. Your career is not just a way to make a living, it's a way to transform the world.